Hello, 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 beautiful women of the world. I welcome you to my show, Your Radiant Life After 45. It's a show for women who are not done living yet, who want more from life, better health, better relationships, and live their purpose. Yes, so if this is you, be with me here every Saturday at this time, and I welcome you to this special episode. And it's a festive season, and I'm going to talk about the mystery of divine love. Yes? Okay, so without further ado, and you know my bio, it's all, you can all read it, so I don't have to tell you about who I am and what I'm all about. Without further ado, I want to get right into it. In this world where fear seems to be on the rise, I want you to know that love is the antidote. As a typical woman, you may look outside of yourself where love is needed, and it's needed everywhere. Yet there is so much need for others that you feel exhausted because your fount of your self-love may have run low. And I appreciate everybody who is here. Thank you so much for being here. But if you would do me a favor and maybe turn your video off, so that maybe in this, yes, thank you so much. And the second part, I want to call you back in, and then we can have a chat. Okay, so I understand that loving yourself can sometimes feel selfish, but let me assure you that it is an essential act, a necessary and important practice of healing for your physical being, for your beautiful being. Now more than ever, it is time to let the profound intelligence, the intelligence of your body, the intelligence of your heart and soul guide you. Your heart knows the way. It knows the path to healing, to growth, and to love. Even though your primal instinct may bring forth fear and anxiety. But remember that it only exists to protect you and keep you safe. But staying safe is not good enough for us anymore. We are evolving, and we are evolving into so much more, a much higher area of awareness and of possibilities to receive so much love and beauty. And within you, there resides an extraordinary gift. And I call it your inner hero. It may be dormant, patiently waiting to be awakened. But this inner hero has the power to not only heal your own being, but also to bring healing to your relationships. And because then you radiate it, it affects your entire community and therefore the world. It is a boundless source of support, wisdom, and love. So take a moment each day to embrace stillness, because only in stillness can you contact that inner hero and allow yourself to listen deeply to the whispers of your soul self, which I call your inner hero. Through meditation, you can establish a profound connection and uncover the depths of your purpose and your destiny. Remember, it is natural to stumble and fall back into your old habits, but hold firm to your determination to evolve and to connect with that incredible power within you. You deserve a life filled with love, with joy, and abundant health. Know this, my dear sister, you are cherished beyond measure. The love that flows within you is a beacon of light that can transform not only your own precious life, but also everything around you. So we need you. We need each other. Embrace your inner hero. And I'm going to talk about it a little bit more in a moment. Let its loving guidance lead you to a life of profound meaning and purpose, because that's what we strive for in the second part of our lives, when we don't have to wear all of these different hats and play all of these different roles anymore. Now it's our time to go within. Know that what I share with you today is my experience and my own spirituality and spiritual evolution, and also those of my clients and friends who I touched. So I share with you today with infinite passion and with love. And we may ask ourselves, what is the purpose of life? That's the question that never really goes away. What is my life all about? And after going through the usual decades of, from childhood to youth, adolescence, into the very stressful yet fulfilling adulthood that brings so many changes and ups and downs. Maybe a big family, maybe a big business, maybe great success or even fame. It all fades away in the later decades. It really does. When your soul reminds you, it doesn't have, not because your soul reminds you, but all of this kind of gets on the back burner. It fades away because something so much more precious, so much more important comes forth, and your soul reminds you of it, reminds you that your purpose has not been fulfilled yet. It's the beginning of your spiritual evolution, your spiritual growth and maturation. So in this way, you may want to see divine love as a path to your personal enlightenment and self-realization. When you earnestly embark on your inner journey, you may experience divine love leading to a deeper understanding of yourself and even the world around you. Maybe you see it as the most amazing playground for your free will to experience yourself as godlike and unbound. Divine love is often seen as a healing force, providing not only comfort and solace to the times of suffering, but a new beginning into healing your mental body, your emotional body, which affects the healing of your physical body. That to some may look like a miracle, and there have been so many miracles. If the physical body does not respond to your mental wishes, and it doesn't always do that the way we want it, divine love can still mean letting go of all wanting and surrender to the power to heal emotional wounds and bring peace. Maybe you have lost loved ones. Maybe you are widowed. Maybe you have an illness that is difficult to bear. Let that divine love carry you, because this non-physical energy is available to you, to me, to everybody at all times. For some, divine love is closely associated with achieving inner peace and contentment. It involves cultivating an inner state of love and compassion that radiates outward, serving as a guiding principle for how to act towards others. And that is beautiful. It's really a principle of a life well lived. It encourages practices like compassion, kindness, and empathy. And it promotes a more harmonious and benevolent society. And don't we need that? This is why we women are called, especially the mature woman. We know how to create community and harmony. And if you know about me, you also know that you are always invited, if you're a woman over 55, to this incredible community that we are building, Kathy and I and others. So, but let me come back to the mystery of divine love. In some metaphysical beliefs, divine love is considered the fundamental force of the entire universe, driving creation and existence and connecting all beings and everything that exists, like in a cosmic tapestry. Mystics from various traditions have described experiences of divine love as moments of ecstasy, like the closest merging or communion with the divine, transcending ordinary human experiences and all ordinary understanding. In this perspective, divine love is seen as the essential, underlying force of the universe. I say that again. Divine love can be seen as the essential, underlying force of the universe, akin to gravity or electromagnetism in physics, but on the spiritual and metaphysical level, which transcends all of our three-dimensional or earthly understandings and levels. And that way, divine love is considered the primary energy that connects and sustains all forms of life and existence. Yes, all forms of life and existence. We know from quantum physics, which is sometimes called, at least by those like me who live more in the mysticism of quantum physics, quantum mysticism, suggesting that the universe is interconnected through a field of conscious love. And we are in the era of love. The age of Aquarius is also the age of love, and it has only started about a decade ago and will last for 2,000 years. So we have a lot of time to do a lot of things, but love is so needed now. If everything in the universe is interconnected through a field of conscious love, then all matter, all energy, including our physical bodies, our mental and emotional energy waves, our higher frequencies, all of it must then and can align with divine love as soon as we remember who we are. So, who are we? Our very essence is love, because you and I and everything in the universe was created with and by that energy. It's God energy. And we humans have been given the mandate, the gift, the opportunity to realize and use it, so to speak, as daughters of God. Of course, sons of God too, but this is for women only. My channel is for women only, so I talk about the daughters of God. We are made in the image of God. And it means to me that our earth journey is our playground to experiment with those awesome gifts until we may decide to align with our forgotten heritage and become agents of divine love, which really means agents of God Most High in the universe. I'm not speaking of any religion here. I believe that there is only one creator of all there is, who ever was and will ever be created. It's being created right now. Most of us do not feel worthy of being aligned with the highest power of creation, which is love. But we have a little helper within us, and I want to talk about that now. At least that is how I see it and how I experienced it. And I call it heroic self-love. Again, not speaking about religion, I want to mention a Hindu monk that I think the whole world knows, and not really today so much anymore, but I knew about him, I read about him. He was not alive anymore when I was born. His name is Swami Vivekananda. And he was born in 1863, and he passed over in 1902. And I only discovered his speech long after my own encounter with heroic self-love as my wisest confidant of my inner soul self. So here is what he said in 1893 at a World Religion Conference in Chicago, beginning with his unexpected words that became kind of famous. He started, "Sisters and brothers of America, when I say that, I see what is happening in America right now. I see the necessity of bringing the country together for the benefit of the entire world. But anyway, Vivekananda emphasized the idea that the realization of the divine within oneself is the essence of self-love and spiritual growth. He often spoke about the divine nature of the soul and how understanding and loving oneself on a deep spiritual level is crucial for realizing one's connection with the divine. He believed that by recognizing and embracing the divine within, one could transcend the limitations of the ego and experience a profound sense of universal love and unity. And there is something that even goes a step further, and I don't bring it in today, but at another time, and that's the impersonal love, which is the most powerful love, even though when you hear the word impersonal love, you will not understand it. It took me a long time, and I still don't fully understand it. But coming back to the Swami, his teaching suggests that self-love is not a selfish act, but rather a recognition of the divine essence within oneself. So it's acknowledging the divine. This form of self-love is about respecting and nurturing one's inner spirit, which in turn fosters a deep connection with the divine and all of creation. Vivekananda's teaching have inspired countless individuals around the world and continue to be relevant today in discussions about spirituality, self-realization, and the interconnectedness of self-love and divine love. So more than a decade ago, in my meditations and through my own mystical experiences, I was guided to meet what I call my inner hero. It's a representation of my soul self, who is always available to me. Your soul self is available to you. Let me share with you the moment I met my soul self in the image of my inner hero that opened my eyes to heroic self-love. Sometimes I have to look where we are on time, because I forget about time when I talk to you this way. Okay, let me share this little story with you, because I never forget that one fateful early morning when I was walking on the beach after another restless night. It was a challenging time in my life, and I challenged God to give me a clear sign what he, for me, it's he, maybe because I loved my father so much, but he wants from me in the second part of my life. I just had to know. And I argued out loud into the open sky whether it was too late for me and if I could still bring my gift out into the world, maybe in an even bigger way, because I live on a small island. And so my reach has always been, for a very long time, very limited. My indecisions about what to do, whether my family actually asked me that I had done enough to retire, take it easy, become a lady of leisure, and so on. But I felt that there was a blade in my heart, a blade of steel. And that pain became unbearable. And I cried out loud to God, God, stop this pain. And suddenly a wave of softness washed through me and took over and took away every bit of pain in my body. And then powerful energies surged through me from my womb out to the top of my head and then back into my womb. And I felt my knees hitting the powdery white sand. I felt my knees became pretty weak. And I never forget that moment when through streams of tears, powerful images appeared from deep inside me. And when I talk about it, I feel it again. So I'm sorry that I become teary again. A black stallion, almost like a battle horse, came up, and a silver-winged mare, almost like Pegasus. And I knew immediately that God has spoken to me through my soul, gifted me with those two images. And that's when I called them my inner hero, because both images turned into powerful tools. One for courage, you can imagine which one, the battle horse, right? And the other one for healing, which I call upon when I need to take inspired action or anything. So I have those things available because sometimes it's so difficult to talk to your soul. For me, it was so much easier to have been given a visual because I am very visual. I do not remember how long I was kneeling actually in the sand at the edge of the ocean. Yet from that moment on, I knew that I was not done yet and that I had received the mandate to inspire, influence, empower, liberate, whatever, to bring up the women of a certain age who feel trapped in their mind or feel abandoned or unseen or misunderstood or alone. Are you that woman? If you are, it is time to change that. Would you not love to experience the joy and fulfillment as the unapologetic and magnificent woman that you truly are? Of course you would. It's your birthright and it's available to you. Okay, I want you to take a deep breath now and then slowly exhale. And feel your body, wherever it is now, whether you sit or stand, maybe you better sit. Feel your body by checking in from the top of your head all the way down to your feet. No judgment, just notice where there is tension. And with your next inhalation, breathe into this tension. And at the same time, smile, a gentle smile. It will soften that area and dissolve the tension. Then take another deep breath in and feel the cells of your body expanding, creating more space, taking up more light. See your body, your cells lit up, radiating light. Now I want you to stay in this comfortable position and just listen without judgment, because I'm going to say some affirmations and suggestions to you about what heroic self-love is. Heroic self-love is the master key to happiness and prosperity. Heroic self-love brings your physical desire into resonance with your emotional desire, and ties your mental desire with your soul's deepest longing. So in that sense, heroic self-love equals freedom. Heroic self-love equals abundance. It's the master key to freedom and abundance for yourself. Heroic self-love is the new paradigm for the evolved woman. Heroic self-love is for joy and happiness. It is the ultimate gift to yourself. Heroic self-love, the gift from your soul to embrace yourself fully. Heroic self-love increases your capacity to love others. Heroic self-love, the highest calling for love from your soul. The permission to love yourself as you are. Heroic self-love, God's gift implanted in you. Heroic self-love, God's coding to be the messenger for love. The prerequisite to love others. Heroic self-love allows you to step into the abundance of your highest potential. Heroic self-love shows you your destiny. Heroic self-love, the embrace of your soul for this lifetime. Heroic self-love, the energy that heals the world, one soul at a time, because whoever you come in contact with will be forever changed. Heroic self-love is the key to heal your life, the key to heal your relationships, to love free what is not in resonance with you anymore. Heroic self-love brings the world together as one. Heroic self-love is the energy that heals all wounds, the energy of compassion with yourself and others. Heroic self-love to surrender to God's plan for you. Heroic self-love opens up fully who you are, and it evaporates fear. Heroic self-love, your wisest inner friend, your most intimate confidant and advisor. The divine energy of compassion. Heroic self-love dries your tears. It soothes away resentment. It dissolves hatred. It brings joy into sadness. Heroic self-love to step into your true essence. Heroic self-love drives creation in the universe. The fire that ignites the soul, that calls forth your highest purpose. The path to your highest destiny, to connect with your destiny, to manifest your divine destiny. Heroic self-love, the only energy you have control over. Your greatest gift that lives inside of you. The highest vibration of the universe, the highest frequency of creation, the beauty and power of creation to keep your commitments to yourself and others. Heroic self-love keeps you in alignment with who you are. The juice of your passion, the power of your divine will, the ultimate tool to co-create with God. Now come back into the here and now. Take a deep breath and take those affirmations into your awareness. You can contact me if you like to have the affirmations, maybe as an audio file. Actually, I have it as an audio with beautiful music in the background, but for some reason, I didn't know how to bring it to be with you here and have this going whenever I want it at the same time. So for today, I say goodbye to you and let the magic of this divine love, which is the celebration of so many different religions around this time of year. I want you to experience the magic of love when it infuses your being and guides and enlightens your days. I feel my connection with you deeply. I feel your love as I share my love with you and hope it comes across. And let us imagine this going out into the world, around the entire globe, see our beautiful Earth, this blue, beautiful planet in this vast black universe, powerful universe where so much is going on. And send your healing love down to Earth. Because whatever you imagine becomes reality on some level. And when you can imagine very, very strongly, that reality may become very, very strongly. Okay. So this is it for today. And I hope you will join me again next Saturday when we speak about so much more. Not exactly sure what I think we are talking about new beginnings in the next Saturday, because a whole new year is knocking at the door to be let in. So we have the opportunity to create anew. And maybe I talk about how we do this best. Okay, bye-bye for now.